Hello there, my name is Timmy Lee Glean and I'm currently enrolled in tomorrow's Filmmaker. I've been with the filmmaking group for the past year. Literally a year has been, and I would say it's been a tremendous part of my life, a tremendous addition to my life, because I literally had no direction. So I know that this is a contest for a testimony and also a review thing, and that's kind of like how I want to do. I want to break this in half. So I want to break this first to the testimonial. I want to tell you this testimony so it can make more sense of how I got into where I'm at today. So without any further ado, I will start out with the testimony. Late 2019, I retired my music career. I was alienated from my children for several months already, and I was tired of it and really wanted to be with my family, so I decided I wanted to file for full custody. So I thought of this huge plan of filing for custody of my children, but before I did that, prior to that, I wanted to move out of the house that I was at to move into a smaller place, like a studio apartment, so I can save money, so I can get a car, get my license, which I still don't have. I know I'm 30 years old with no license, don't judge me. Yeah, I thought I'd, buy my house, even get married and get a wife before I was ready to file for full custody. In good old January of 2020, I received a call from CPS stating that my children were in foster care. And bam, there you have it. And now I have custody of my children, and I had them since. Now, because of this custody situation, I was having issues with my job. I was trying to get a shift change, but it seemed like every corner I tried to turn to get somewhere, it was always halted. It eventually got to the point where I was brought to this ultimatum to either leave or stay and get, work the shift that they wanted me to work. And what do? Of course I quit. They decided to let me go early. And the day before, literally the day before the coronavirus shut the world down, was the day that I was let go. Next day, bam. So at this point, now it's unemployment. I'm getting $600 extra a week. I'm getting stimulus checks. I got 3 children, so it all seemed to work together. And I'm sitting here with like loads of cash, and I'm like, you know what? I'm motivated to buy a camera. So I wanted to get a camera to shoot new videos because I had this new motivation to start music again for the glory of God. And I know that if you're a music artist, you're gonna need some videos if you wanna get out here. And I wanted to save money. So I decided to buy a camera myself. I explained it more in my Tips for Ratio series, but as far as this goes, we're still in the testimony. So once I get the camera, I just start shooting right away. I don't know anything, I just start shooting. Just snapping pictures, videos. I'm going to my backyard. I'm capturing grass, getting close up, zooming in on grass, flowing in the wind and flowers and stuff. So it was a beautiful thing for me to really just get experience without even having no type of information or knowledge. And that's the type of person I am. I like to dive into things before I actually, I'm taught. And so as I was doing my research and everything, I stumbled across this one video on the suggested side, and how this kid made $100,000 a year doing wedding videos. So I saw the video, I listened to May speak about these things, and he's a lot younger than me. I'm 30 right now, so I'm looking at this kid, that's making this much money doing this. I was interested. It sparked in me. That was the first initial thought that I wanted to do, was wedding videos. And from there, I was just doing my research and more research. I was looking over more of the course videos that I needed and all the logistics of it. And I went from wanting to do wedding videos to becoming a film director, and also to start a business, God's Will production company. And from that, I even started God's Will clothing company. But I believe it's a big blessing on how everything came about, how it all came together. I'm still unemployed, homeschooling my children, and the new school year is going to start soon. And, just gearing up for some new projects. Also, I got my first wedding client, so that's a blessing. So I thank you for listening to that testimony, and now I want to get into the other half of this video, and that will be the review. So before I give my own personal thoughts of the entire experience, they did have 3 questions they want us to answer, and I want to hit those points before I get to any other point. So, is tomorrow's filmmaker worth $97? Yes. Even if it was, because I spent more than $97. I think it was $197 that I spent, and even that was a huge blessing. I say it a little bit better in my inspiration video. I'll give you a clip here. I started a YouTube search. I wanted to know how to use my camera. Then I saw this one video that was suggested. How someone made $100,000 a year doing wedding videos. Like, what? So that made me want to do wedding videos. Tomorrow's Filmmakers had a discount of their course. I mean, this was such a steal, I should have repented for it. Since I had the most money that I've ever had in my life, it wasn't a hard investment, but a very easy one. And also, I feel like a blessing from God. I mean, I saved so much money, because I've seen other courses, over this past year. I've seen other courses that charge quadruple that amount or quintuple that amount. And going to college or going to certain things, you're going to be spending more money, but you're going to be getting practical knowledge, but you're not going to be getting the type of experience that I believe tomorrow's filmmaker will give you. For the price that this is, like I said, you're getting millions of dollars of knowledge within one awesome community of people. I know that it is a Christian film academy, but even if you are not a Christian, you can learn from this, you can grab from this, and I believe it's a great way to even evangelize to people that aren't, but maybe don't have enough to buy certain other film school or film courses. This is extremely affordable for anybody, and I suggest it to anybody, Christian or not. But it is your choice, the viewer that's watching this. If you're interested in doing films and filmmaking, this is literally the best thing out there for the price that you have, and also just for what comes with it. What makes tomorrow's filmmakers more different than other courses? What makes tomorrow's filmmakers different than other courses is, well, first and foremost, the biggest thing that stood out to me as a new believer and that year professing myself to be a Christian is that it was a Christian academy. Maybe there's other ones, but I'm not sure. I've seen other academies that, were detailed and add a lot of the course, points or curriculums that tomorrow's filmmaker had, but for the price, you're chopping it a substantial amount, so I just feel like just the price itself, it sets itself apart from the rest. But then you have people that's been in the industry, that's, been in the professional field, that's done all these things. Some of these things that I've been watching over are things that I've actually enjoyed. And to find out some of these people are behind the scenes of the things that I enjoyed, I think this is a great, learning curve where it's like hands-on training, just the way that it's set up. Even though the instructor isn't speaking to you one-on-one, it still feels very personal, interactive. I'm getting to know these individuals based off of watching overall of these courses. I'm gonna learn. And I can clearly see that they are other human beings just like me. Meaning that I'm capable of doing what anybody else is doing. It just takes experience, it takes learning, and it takes growth. And through this course, it's helped mold me into just a better filmmaker. So to get into the final point, how am I different as a filmmaker because of this film course? Well, I'll let you know. So I'm not gonna say that I was ever different. I've always been this type of person that always had this vision, but didn't have the means of really knowing how to get it, grab it, put it all together, and put it out. I've always been this do-it-yourself type person, so on top of being behind the camera, I want to act, I want to edit, lights. I'm a music artist that also engineers my own music, so I'm dealing with sound, it's certain aspects, so many different things that I can do that I have to offer. I believe God has given me so many different gifts, and I needed some way to express it all in a way that isn't too much, but that is enough, if that makes sense, and I don't know. So after going over the courses of Tomorrow's Filmmakers, especially the business course, it really helped me, hone in on what I needed to focus on, the smaller goals that leads to the bigger goals. It helped me to just focus more on one project at a time instead of the 10 ideas that I'm thinking of in my head. It also helped me to be able to learn how to write ideas out and to be able to clearly see what I'm shooting and all the tools that I need in order to make these things happen. And I believe that Tomorrow's Filmmakers has helped me and it's changed me, because the original intent of getting the camera was to shoot music videos. I ended up becoming a film director and owning my own company. I believe that this is a calling for me. I don't believe that this is something that just, like I said, I came into this with no type of knowledge prior of any type of camera whatsoever. I had a vision. I was good with the camera. I could shoot. I always had a good eye. I always had the vision, but I didn't know nothing. I was given all of this information in a short amount of time, and not to say like I'm at a professional's level. I'm far from a professional's level. Even this past month, I took on too many projects and everything has crashed down with my life and with my children. And not really crashed down in a bad way. I just took on too much at once, but I'm learning. And even through these lessons, they teach you the lessons that you need to learn. They're going to tell you their mistakes, but also you're going to make your mistakes. But it's great to have a reference to go back to and to understand your own mistakes and to be able to, change things accordingly. So because of Tomorrow's Filmmakers, I got to even critique myself on a higher level, to be more self-aware of what I'm doing, how I'm shooting, how I'm portraying myself, how I'm moving just outside of filmmaking, just my life. So because I want to operate in my Father's business, I want to carry myself in my personal life, in a holy way. And I'm very genuine about this. This was the perfect filmmaking course for me as a Christian that's coming into the truth, but that also wants to put out real life stories that can touch the hearts of any human being, and to do it for the glory of God. And I believe Tomorrow's Filmmakers is going to help me with that goal. And Justice and the whole squad over there at Tomorrow's Filmmakers, I thank you all humbly. You have been a blessing, and I'm going to continue to watch over the videos, the lessons. I'm going to continue to, buy new courses, the more that comes. I know that I'm swinging and using my hands a lot, and I'm thinking. I'm barely looking at the camera lens itself, and I'm looking at myself. I'm working on all this. Ultimately, without Tomorrow's Filmmakers, I just feel like my life would probably just still be in this limbo of I don't know. I'm pretty sure I'd have figured something out, but it wouldn't have been nothing like this. And the way that I've been led to Tomorrow's Filmmakers and where it's leading me moving forward, I want to do big movies. I want to do big box office movies. I want to do feature-length films. That's the main thing that I really want to do. And some solid documentaries. I want to be a documentary filmmaker as well. There's other things that I want to do, but more stuff coming soon. I just really wanted to get my testimony out, give my personal thoughts on Tomorrow's Filmmakers, and like I said, it is worth it. I said get it. The link will be in the description. Look into it. If you're into filmmaking, even if you have no direction and don't know what you want to do, $97, pay that $97 and learn something new, and it will change your life.